roosted over here, and I think some just hit the ground up in front of me, but it's opening day, April 15th, 2017, and I'm up here chasing some mountain turkeys. It's about time too, because I was getting some serious cabin fever, so I climbed this big hill and get in there with some dirt bike trails, and hopefully, it is Saturday and opening day, so there could be some other people up here, but I haven't seen any tracks. I've went at least a good mile and a half back here in a pretty substantial climb, so hopefully we'll just, I got everything set up in front of me, and hopefully these birds cooperate, but I got 3 groups now gobbling, and I know at least one has hit the ground, so those are the ones that just hit the ground, so hopefully we can call some in. I got the Avian X half strut, which I've been waiting for them to make, so I'm really excited about that, and got him with a lay down hand, so it should be a killer setup for this early season, so let's see what happens. So I'm back here at the truck. It is about 9 o'clock, and got into a lot of birds, didn't see much, couple hens on the way out, but like sometimes happens, another hunter was in there. I knew there might be a couple people in there. I saw some trucks down here, but couldn't see any tracks going in. They might have went a different way, but they got one. I basically called it right to them, so which is good. I'm glad to see I'm not the only crazy guy that comes up here and hikes all the way up for turkey. So definitely maybe go home, grab a bite to eat real quick, and then I'll be out again, at least roosting some birds for tomorrow. But I'm gonna go down south in a spot that I haven't been either, but I've heard there's a lot of good birds down there, so might as well go give it a try. So after a couple hours and maybe take a little nap, I'll be on my way down there. So it's about 3:45 and I'm back out here again. I'm gonna try a new spot that I've never been to, but I've heard it's got lots of birds on it, so we're gonna go see. Basically, you know, if I can get into some birds, that'd be great. If I can roost some birds for tomorrow, that'd also be great. But I do have a couple other spots I'd like to hit, so if nothing pans out here, maybe I'll try a different spot up north instead of going south tomorrow. And then what we're gonna do and game plan a little bit more, but this looks really good up here, so we'll see if we can't find any birds. So this is probably gonna be the end of day 1. It's about 5:30 and I haven't found any birds in this new spot. There's some fresh tracks in the road, but there's a couple other trucks up here, and they probably pushed them around this morning. Now they just don't want to talk, or they're henned up. So this is probably going to be a no-go for me tomorrow. Looking to roost some birds tonight, but I have nowhere to, don't even know where to start at this point. If you can see the country behind me, it's something you'd think I'd be hunting spring bear in, but this is where these turkeys are at, mountain turkeys. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, but I'm just going to sit here and chill out for a little bit, maybe hopefully hear a gobble, but I think I might be heading out here in about 15 minutes, start making my walk back. Got a couple new spots that I haven't tried, but I've seen a lot of birds there earlier this spring, so I'm going to be going up north and trying it there. Hopefully we can get something going in the morning, but this is a great spot. Definitely come back here, probably for elk. There's a lot of good elk sign in here too from previous years, so might be in here later checking this out with some trail cameras. But for now, this is probably going to be the end of day 1. Exciting morning, not so exciting afternoon, but that's how it goes, especially public land. There's a lot of birds up here, but they're everywhere and they're kind of spread out, so you got to find them. Yeah. I'm just happy to get out. A lot better than sitting at home and waiting for snow to melt. So tomorrow, I'm thinking tomorrow's gonna be a good one, so we'll see then. On the way back to my truck, I decided to give a call, and this bird ended up answering me, and instead of walking down the spur road that I wanted him to come down, he ended up flying behind me, and I really didn't have a chance at this bird. He decided to roost right here, and I just let him be and got some nice footage of it. So it's the morning of day 3. I'm heading out to the spot I was on day 1 when I called that bird in for that other guy. So it is 100% chance of rain all day, and it's already started. It's right around 5 o'clock right now, and it's not pouring, but it is definitely coming down. So I'm deciding not to bring the big camera. I can't do it. I just bought it. I just got a new one, so I really don't want to ruin it real quick. I do have a couple other cameras I'm going to bring with me, so hopefully I can still capture it on film. Yeah, and that's about it. I'm hoping there's still a bunch of birds up here. They should be. I don't feel like there should be any hunting pressure. It's Monday. It should be pretty easy going, but you never know. I figure this rain's probably going to help me out. No one's going to be wanting out, be going out in this, so we'll see there. Other than that, hopefully there's just some birds. I'm kind of sad I can't bring this camera. I can't bring myself to do it, so we'll see if anything happens. I'm going to bring the full strutter and a feeding hen this morning, see if I can't get their attention, maybe draw them out of the brush, because last time when they were in the brush up here, they weren't really on the roads, and with the rain, I know they're probably going to stay in that canyon and just kind of stay hunkered down in there, so we might get in there tight with them, try to get them. Hopefully they're roosting right where they were before, and I can just go right to them. So we'll see what happens in a couple hours. Hopefully I have more to report back, and at least before 1. So let's go for that. So I'm back at the truck, and usually I don't get rained out, but when you had 15-20 mile an hour gusts with torrential downpour, turkeys really don't want to respond at that point. So had one on the roost going, and I'm really glad I went the way I did, because otherwise I would have never hurt him. So that was good. He's definitely a killable bird. He's got 2 hens with him, is what I could tell. So I'll definitely be back. It's gonna pour all day today. Tomorrow's gonna pour again, and Tuesday I doubt there's gonna be any hunting pressure up here anyways. Plus add the rain and the wind on top of that. But Wednesday's supposed to be great. I don't have a day off until Sunday, but I close. I have to go back to work tomorrow, but I close on Wednesday. I close the rest of the week, so if I want to do some morning hunts, I can actually get out and do it. But it was still a good hunt. Still fun and exciting. I thought I really had a chance there. I just didn't want to get too close to the roost. I figured he'd be able to see me. I knew he probably had some hens with him, so I don't know. I was just kind of hanging back, hoping that he was going to come. But right when they hit the ground, the wind really started picking up, and so did the fog. So it happens. And they're smart. And instead of going on the open road, they went right up into the canopy where they had some cover. So, and then they didn't talk at all. But he was the only gobbler I found. I went over to another spot, but by that time the weather was pretty bad, and they weren't really responding to anything. So I'm gonna get going here and go home and dry off. Probably won't be back out here tomorrow or tonight. There's not really a point yet. So season's still really early. I got plenty of time. I'm going to Costa Rica at the end of May, so it cuts into my turkey time a little bit, but we're gonna get it done before then, so I'm not too worried. It's always funny going back hunting. You get in there and you start running around with turkeys, and you think you're a good hunter, but these public land birds sometimes get you really humble really fast. So it should be good the rest of the year. We had a really tough winter on these birds, but they seem to be doing fine. Every single place I've gotten on birds, so I'm not really worried about getting into them at all. It's just them being in the right situation and being responsive. That's pretty much all you can hope for. And as you can see out there, that is not turkey hunting weather. It's more like duck hunting weather, but we'll give it a shot in 2 days and hopefully get one down then. But if we don't, I still got plenty of time. but it's always fun no matter what. That's really never what you want to see after you just get done busting your butt. Couple turkeys. There's one big longbeard in there, but they're all really thin. They might be just really wet, but that's good. They're going right up where I hunt, so I'm okay with that. That's that group of birds that I saw the other day, that I called in for that other guy. But there's some nice toms in there. Maybe they just look a little homely because they're wet, but
I wasn't able to film an intro this morning because of the weather, so I decided to set up on the edge of this logging road and watch as this big tom comes in from the left.
it resulted in this beautiful bird. He's a big 2-year-old. He doesn't have real big hooks on him, but I'm glad to get one. Really happy about this bird. Be fun to go get him weighed up, get him in the contest. I really didn't think it was going to happen this morning. I came up on this ridge, started calling, and they gobble every once in a while, but they're a long ways away. And all of a sudden I started hearing hens, so I got ready just in case. And I did not expect them to fly over me again. All these turkeys have been deciding to fly over the top of me, and it's kind of took me by a little surprise. I had 3 hens fly over the top of me, landing in these trees up above me. So I just kind of hunkered down and let them fly over the top. They didn't seem to care about the decoys, and I started calling again, and all of a sudden I look at my camera as I was turning on some of my other cameras, and there he is standing there right next to my decoy, giving us a little bit of a show. He knocked it over, and I didn't want him to start getting a little wary, so I just pulled the trigger, put the hammer down on him. But he's a great, I think he's got about a 9-inch beard. He should do pretty well in our turkey contest at work, and that's where I'll be heading here pretty soon. I might go down and get some stuff ready and then come back and get him.